Hey, Matt. Here to join us? There goes Steve. You know, what does it take to motivate T-Rex this morning? Come on. It's a little gray again today. I put Steve's leash on. He just falls on my feet, which are barefoot today. T-Rex ready? Yes. One thing good about this gray is it's kind of helping us keep the house a little cooler. It's just day after day now of gray. The sun has been coming out. It should come out a little bit today, but the cloud's even thicker, 66 degrees. At 8 o'clock in the morning, it is Wednesday, June 18th. And the boats are pointed toward the southwest, so the wind is finally starting to come around. But we talked about it quite some time ago with all the rain we've had over the springtime, that there'd be a kind of a feedback because there's been so much rain that the ground is very moist, and it kind of creates this loop where every time there's a front around, the front seems to be more cloudy and more wet than we might have expected. And this front, I didn't think would have clouds for this many days in a row. Yeah, we're barefoot in this jungle of a messed up lawn. So the excavator was already out here, waking us up before 7, moving those rocks down there. I'm not sure what's going on with the rock movement. And I am not using my noise canceling mic, so I have to talk a little louder when I'm zoomed in on the Weymouth Big Dig. The forms continue to go up. More and more concrete's going to come in. I don't know what's taking so long with that ramp, but what's taking so long with the sunshine to come out here? Here's the satellite satellite image rather, and you can see some towering cumulonimbus clouds there near Montreal, but the sun is out at the Canadian border in Vermont. We'll look at that in a second. And also some towering cumulonimbus off the coast of New Jersey. So we have showers and thunderstorms around underneath this mostly cloudy start for New England. And I think we do end up mostly cloudy again today. Here's the beauty shot from northern Vermont. Jay Peak, just a little cap cloud with the blue sky and very green. So it looks kind of smoke-free. We got that going for us. And why the cloud? Well, the warmer air has been trying to come in now for day after day after day, and it has been warmer, that's for sure. We're not in the 60s anymore. And believe it or not, it's way out in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean pretty much. That 1030 high pressure system, it's the same one that came in following last Friday the 13th front. So today is the first day since last Friday where the wind is not completely ocean breeze. Well, in southern New England. Northern New England has been different. It's been warmer and it's been brighter for the most part. And it's been raining off and on. I think I picked up some of the most rain around my region. Here's the most rain right there on the right, north of Lake Winnipesaukee, Sandwich, New Hampshire. Picked up 0.93. Westminster, Vermont picked up 0.83. Northern Vermont, not even going to show it, 0. So how bad was that NAM from a couple days ago? It had northern Vermont with some of the most rain. And then in the Connecticut region, a few spots, Springfield, right around the border with Massachusetts, picked up close to a ½ inch of rain. And then in the Boston area, most of the reports, including down to Cape Cod, were between 0 and 0.13. So something special happened at my house yesterday, because check it out, 0.21. I love being the rain capital. We know we're going to have a heat wave next week, so the more water we can put on the ground right now, the better off for our gardens and our lawns. And thankfully, this cloud has helped keep the inside of the house relatively cool. Inside of the house, I just tested the AC yesterday, but it's fine. It's 74 degrees inside the house, so we'll take that pretty much any time, especially as you go into the summer solstice. But it is going to get warmer. It's going to get hot. Here's the, regional roundup from this morning, starting off with a pretty high launch pad. A lot of 6s on here, temperature, black, 66 over dew point, blue, 66, Concord, New Hampshire, Boston, 66, with a temperature of 66 and a dew point of 64. So it's very humid, and 72 degrees to start the day. This is 7 a.m. or about 7 a.m. in Morrisville, Vermont. Temperature 72 and a dew point of 66. So there's some patchy, dense fog around, and without too much wind again, at least this morning, it's going to be tough to mix out this cloud. It's a thicker cloud than the one we had yesterday. So I should have saw this coming. I didn't see this coming where they have so many days in a row with gray, but we should be grateful. It's still pleasant enough to work outside. The radar does show a couple of showers around. Thunderstorm there north of Montreal. Thunderstorms off the coast of New Jersey, and a shower which looks like it's weakening crossing the Pioneer Valley, but another quick puddle maker for you guys there. Probably already happened coming east, right, Sally? And people sharing images of their gardens that look so nice. I wish I could compete, but I have not had time to take care of my garden. On the road a lot, try and take care of a couple different properties. And Wednesday, decision day for the weekend, we used to call that on TV. Make the call. Is it going to be a nice weekend or not? I would say yes, it is going to be a nice weekend. Here's the Boston meteorogram using the Euro model. And you've got clouds again today. The dew point's climbing through the 60s. The temperature's getting pretty close to 80, but Boston might not make 80 again today. So the warm front is right on our doorstep. The warm front's coming through, and then we're going to get into the 80s tomorrow. A few spots are going to get to 90. I think that temperature's underdone. Dew point near 70. Chance of a strong thunderstorm tomorrow. It doesn't show it in Boston, though. And then Friday, all of a sudden the dew point's falling back down through the 50s. There's a cold front coming through tomorrow night, and it's not going to be cold, but it's going to be quite nice, but very windy on Friday. Could have some wind gusts of 30 to 40 miles an hour. While I'm thinking of it, CW there, going camping in Errol, New Hampshire. Yeah, there'll be wind gusts past 30, 35 miles an hour for you Thursday night, Friday morning. And again, Saturday night and Sunday. But for southern New England, Boston shows us in the 80s this weekend, mostly dry with a dew point in the 60-degree range. So it looks like a beautiful weekend, summer weekend, here on our first weekend of celestial summertime. And then we get to 90s again by late Monday, and Tuesday's near 100 degrees. And then it starts cooling off again. Dramatic cooling, according to the Euro, next Thursday, Friday. That has more to do with an east wind in Boston and clouds. But we are going to have a heat wave in New England next week. Here's the NAM precipitation forecast today. Those showers in western New England look like they're just kind of falling apart, but we stay mostly cloudy. And you see the red lines, those are the thickness lines. The bigger the number there, the warmer it is. So if it's a very warm air mass, 570 to 576, but the clouds are preventing us from maxing out with the temperature. So just warm and sticky this afternoon. And that low starts coming on the map here. We've been tracking this for some time. Powerful summer type storm going across Ontario, and that's going to push a line of thunderstorms in here. There's tomorrow afternoon between 3 and 4 o'clock, Champlain Valley. Heavy, probably damaging thunderstorms crossing the Green Mountains by 4 or 5 o'clock, and then those look like they're going to kind of decay over southern New England and even start to weaken as the sun goes down across New Hampshire and Maine. So that should be mostly Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine with the severe weather tomorrow. And that low goes to our north, and the wind really picks up on Friday, and it doesn't look like much is going on. It's going to be unstable. There'll be clouds and sunshine mixed and very windy on Friday, with the black lines being the isobars pretty close together, and that's a tight pressure gradient. That means the wind's going to be gusting 30 to 40, a lot of spots, especially the hills. And the numbers there, the red numbers, 558, 564, 570 now south of Cape Cod. That's cooler and less humid air coming in for a comfortable night Friday night for sleeping. And then we go to the, what else? Oh yeah, the wind forecast. How about that for sailing? It's a Twilight Series in Hingham Bay, sailboat race this evening. Looks like the air is coming in from the south, maybe a little south-southeast or south-southwest, and tide will be high at 5:30, and the wind will be about maybe 10 knots or so, so not a lot of wind today. And then if we keep this going, it doesn't really show the wind gusts, but tomorrow it is going to be gusting. I mean, with that front coming through here, we're going to have some wind gusts of 40 miles an hour, especially any thunderstorms can have a wind gust of 50 or 60 miles an hour. There'll be probably some severe storms in northern New England, especially maybe southern New England too, tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow night, and then the wind picks up from the northwest on Friday morning. Yeah, there'll be some wind gusts in Errol in the order of 35 to 40 miles an hour, so it looks like a windy Friday too. But that's much less humid air coming in. And now let's do the Euro. And wait a sec, I gotta go free T-Rex. I don't know why you have to do loops around here, T-Rex. You're just yawning, you don't care, huh? Yeah, not sure what to do with all our summer furniture. Usually it's out on the lawn by now, but usually we have a lawn by now. There you go, T-Rex. You go sit over there, and we'll look at the Euro now. Been fairly consistent, especially with that mesoscale convective complex expected to form in Minnesota on Saturday and come through here on Saturday night and Sunday, here being northern New England. But for now, the big showers and thunderstorms, severe weather in the Oklahoma region again last 24 hours. That energy is going off. Each batch of those showers and thunderstorms moves to our north, so a strong low to our north. Today and tomorrow pulls a warm front in here. Tomorrow we get the threat for thunderstorms. There they are, crossing New England near 90 degrees. That storm is moving away on Friday. It's very windy and much less humid. And then the weekend we're trying to warm back up again. Very fast changes. All of a sudden it's getting really windy. And Saturday there's that storm forming over Minnesota, and it's traversing quickly. That's a cluster of thunderstorms, maybe a derecho with damaging winds holding together all Saturday night, and then entering Vermont Sunday morning around 5 a.m. and it goes all the way to the coast of Maine Sunday by about 9 or 10 a.m. and it's dissipating, and there'll be heavy rains and thunderstorms, and that's going to be quite a spectacle to watch. We'll take a closer look at that tomorrow morning. And that goes away on Sunday, and there may be somewhat cooler air and windy weather in its wake on Sunday afternoon. And then Monday, here comes the warmer air again. This time it is probably going to rival any kind of heat we're going to experience all summer long, with the thickness going up to 582 there late Monday into Tuesday. Now, there are going to be thunderstorms around, so the ground is wet. There are going to be thunderstorms, so sun and storms. The temperature is peaking probably near 100 degrees on Tuesday. So 90s Monday, 100 Tuesday, and then close to 100 again in parts of southern New England. Wednesday, that front looks more progressive and more powerful with high pressure in southeastern Canada next Wednesday. Showers and thunderstorms, I think, are underdone on this as the cooler air tries to press back into at least northern New England. Still hot in New York City, much more comfortable in the state of Maine. And then this goes through Thursday. Again, chance of showers and thunderstorms. Now we're going to get an onshore flow with that high pressure to the north of New England. This goes out now to Friday, the 27th, and I think that's the 27th. I often get these dates wrong, but it's Friday, and the front is now south of New England with an onshore flow. It's still quite a warm air mass, but I think we're going to end up with sort of low clouds and fog again by then, and very sticky with off and on thunderstorms. So we're going to be playing the lottery with these sun and storms with that heat coming and going next week. Heat coming and going tomorrow. Heat coming and going again next Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday is a heat wave. And we are done with the weather forecast now. The roses are starting to go by. These aren't the most beautiful roses, but a rose is a rose is a rose is what our English teacher used to say. I think he said that was a sentence. Can't remember exactly. A full sentence. Mr. Nielsen, 6th grade, I think that was. Steve and Steve's Rock, the Enmore from yesterday. I don't remember, just kind of calling the play-by-play, happy about some surprise rainfall, testing out the air conditioner, and thank you for the greetings on our anniversary. We had a nice dinner, and, well, watch the hockey game. What's wrong with this picture? A team from Canada losing to a team from Florida, where Brad Marchand now gets to hold the Stanley Cup. All kinds of things wrong with that picture. Well, congratulations, Florida Panthers. Good for you, Brad Marchand. We want to win a cup legitimately here in Boston again. How about the Red Sox? How they doing? How about that trade? All right, we didn't come here for sports. We came here for weather, nature, birds, cats, dogs, and the New England forecast. And here's and more from yesterday. Hi, it's Tim in the backyard with my socks and my coffee and my cat and my roses. It's Tuesday, June 17th. Happy anniversary to Tim and Janet, married 19 years ago today. That's Steve. Pretend he's a cow. And there's Boston right over there. And more on our Tuesday afternoon, pushing 80 degrees. And I don't think the sun has hit that thermometer yet. You can feel the dew point up into the 60s. So here we are. The third suddenly summer in 3 weeks. Found a bee. Looks like he's kind of in a state of shock. Thank you for the intel that one up in the park the other day was a carpenter bee. This one looks more like a bumblebee. I'll lay that to rest in the worm chow pile. 3 o'clock, our first real summer shower. 81 degrees, a few raindrops. Just put the screens in the door. Just turned on the air conditioning for a test drive, and it seems to be functioning. T-Rex not really functioning. And here we are, summer sprinkle. Let's just go make sure that the compressor unit's compressing. Sure enough, it's functioning. Yay. It was a beautiful day 19 years ago today. No, I'm not going to leave it on. I was just making sure it was working. Changed the filter. We're up to 78 in the house, so I'll put it up to 84. We'll turn it down tonight. Now, we had some flash flooding again in western Pennsylvania. It's north of where the weekend flash flooding was, but just light rain so far, but that rain's incoming. Hopefully it's more diurnal in nature, and we will not have flash flooding overnight, although I would love if the lawn could get watered. In other news, Mayor Headland just resigned, leaving the office on July 15th. Town Administrator Mike Molise will take position as acting mayor until the November election. Over. Correction, Michael Molise is the president of the town council. And it stopped raining. From the real work department. 2 heavy forms. But they're going up. Down there. The ramp. This is certainly slow progress. Not light. A road trip going to Quincy. 350, 75 degrees, probably more accurate. Secret garden. T-Rex, we're at a new spot. Looks like there's a wall. Rex, want to go up over the top of the wall and see what we can see? I have a feeling it's going to be the ocean or the bay. Oh, there's a wolf down there. Raindrops getting fatter. Oh yeah, surf is breaking. It's a shore break though. Look at this wall. I've never been here before. Adams Beach. I thought there'd be 25 raindrops, but now there's like 50. But I want to water your garden. It's beautiful. Yeah, look at all the toys. All lined up, ready to go. So, where's my house? Our house is like over that way. Oh, Coco is in the water. Coco is a water dog. T-Rex, see if you can keep up with Coco. This way. Come on, Rex. Let's go down here. Yeah, we're welcome on the beach around here. Not everyone welcomes us on the beach. Coco, you happy? I do not have a ball. He's looking at me like I have a ball. Get a fish. What's for dinner? Oh yeah, definitely looking. What do you see? Oh no, Coco.
That's why I have a shower. That's why I have an outdoor shower.
So what is this gem of a place here? What is this called?
A little secret. We can't really talk about it.
Okay, it's south of Boston. There's Boston. All right, so those people up in those buildings looking over there going, who are those 2 lucky guys down there with their dogs? And then that's still Quincy over there. And then our Weymouth's on the other side of that. Now, you wash the sand off. Happy Coco.
The logs. And it floated out to sea. Oh, you could watch them float. There's a osprey right now.
Osprey.
Fishing is town.
Where's he going? How's Nick? That's what we can see. How's Nick? We can see that from our house. So that's How's Nick over there? Gotcha. So we're on the other side of that. So it could be the same osprey that comes over to our house. Hydrangea love the rain, and they are gorgeous. Daylilies are out. Coco just doesn't want to come home. T-Rex, nope, wrong house. So Barry lent me a board. He's gonna do some ding repair on my Beck board. T-Rex, was that fun eating Coco? Quincy. Mom grew up in Quincy. My mom, not your mom. Bridge went up, I think. We might not get home for a while, but at least we get to listen to Live at 5.
Well, a couple of powerhouses.
Oh, it's 3 minutes early.
First up, Aerosmith on this date in '94 said, enough was enough when a whiny Dave Mustaine of Megadeth was making on-stage announcements as Megadeth was opening for Aerosmith, saying, we're not getting enough playing time. Yeah, see ya. You don't mess with Aerosmith, okay? We're going to get into some great stuff recorded in Act 2 out in Las Vegas at the Hard Rock. But first, Ozzy Osbourne on this date in '97 at the center of a riot after he had canceled a show in Columbus, Ohio because he was having throat issues. Well, since we're in Ohio, gives me another excuse to get on Mr. Randy Rhoads. This was recorded in Cleveland of '81.
Cute little house, so tight to the road, but so well kept that probably older than all of us combined, huh, T-Rex? Hopefully I'm talking loud enough not to get a copyright on this Black Sabbath. If you're wondering what I mean by bridge up, well, this bridge goes up when big tankers, like the ones that go by the house, have to go under. So something's coming or going. Let's see if we can make it out. Also the USS Salem down there. Yep, big red tanker in port. Moving from Quincy to Weymouth over the Fore River on the Fore River Bridge. We were just right over there about a mile away, but can't get there from here. 5:30. We're back. I haven't looked at the rain gauge yet, but love symmetric tugboats. Justice and independence. So in the time lapse, you can probably see a red tanker going by real fast. 4:15. Neat. Hi. Yeah, your rock's a little damp. Birds are in there somewhere. So it started raining. It was pretty close to 80. About 70. How'd we do? Oh yeah, 0.2 on the nose. Overachiever, love that. Maybe I'll put some work in on this scraggly garden. Maybe I'll just play us out. Oop, lovebird. All right, so why don't we watch that time lapse now? Listening to a jet go overhead. Most of the clouds coming in from the west, even though low-level air in from the south and southeast. That rain shower and the tanker going by. And hopefully the jets will start taking off in the other direction. It's less noisy, and it means that the wind is from the west. And beach weather comes back. Waves, we break for waves. And the sound of waves and the Cape Cod time lapse. What's the sun out on Cape Cod today? I don't even know. I don't think so. There's a cormorant under there. Where's he gonna surface? They hold their breath for some time. There it is. All right, that's it. It's a wrap for today. Talk to you tomorrow.